Alright guys, yesterday there was no news. Today there's a whole stack of news. It's Friday, it's a Friday. Everybody puts out the news on Friday because, well, that way no one will talk about it over the weekend, hopefully. Sorry. But yeah, so basically we're going to go through it. We got 3 videos today. I'm also probably going to do a live stream Sunday morning, Sunday night for my time, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. So I will put up a schedule on YouTube so you guys can go through. It's going to be a call-in show, talking about the news, talking about politics and everything like that for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it may be. I will put up a event on my page so you can go through and check it out later tonight. But yeah, it's yeah, it should be fun. I want to get back into doing some live streams at least once a week because I miss you guys, to be honest. I really do. You guys were so much more fun to talk to than a screen. But let's jump into it. Let's talk about the wall. Hashtag build the wall. Because the Supreme Court paves the way for Trump administration to use military funds for the border wall. So the Supreme Court sided with Trump administration on Friday in lifting a freeze backed up by a lower court that had halted plans to use the $2.5 billion in Pentagon funds for the border wall construction. The decision, which split the bench along ideological lines, allowed the administration to move ahead with the plans to use the military funds to replace the existing fence in California, Arizona, and New Mexico. The conservative judges on the court ruled in favor of the administration. Liberal justices Elaine Killen, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and Sonia Sotomayor, I'm guessing that, dissented, and Justice Stephen Breyer issued a split opinion, agreeing in part with both sides. Oh, well, look at that. Ginsburg is still alive. I was wondering if she was actually dead. I wonder if she turned up this time. The president celebrated the ruling on Twitter. Wow, big victory on the wall. The United States Supreme Court overturns lower house court, allows southern border to begin proceeding. Big win for border security and the rule of law. So look, obviously this is good news. Obviously that money will obviously go help and go through. I think it's like 100 miles of border wall they get to build. And look, obviously everybody's talking about this now. In victory for Trump, Supreme Court greenlights military funding for border wall construction. In a 5-4 decision, the US Supreme Court temporarily gives the green light to Trump administration to reallocate $2.5 billion in Pentagon military funding for construction of border wall. Even as court challenges continue. The court's conservative majority sided with the White House, lifting a lower court injunction that temporarily put a hold on moves as the case proceeded. So, yeah. Obviously, Supreme Court allows border wall spending in battle between president and the liberal opponents. Supreme Court lets Trump proceed on border wall, which is obviously good news for everybody that wants the wall, which is including me. Supreme Court allows Trump to tap $2.5 billion in Pentagon funds for border wall. So, Supreme Court later Friday cleared the way for Trump administration to use Defense Department counter-drug money to build a portion of the planned wall along the border with Mexico. Supreme Court's brief ordered Friday said that only the groups opposed to the wall did not have the proper legal status to challenge the transfers in court. The Syria Club, in filing a lawsuit over the plan, said the construction would precede environmental harm. You know, any excuse to do, I suppose. Supreme Court allows Trump to build 100 miles of wall with military funds, so it is 100 miles. Supreme Court lifted the lower court orders barring the administration from using $2.5 billion in military funds to finance the construction of the border wall in a Friday event decision. The ruling, called a stay, allows the government to start construction on the 100 miles of border wall while litigation continues in the lower courts. If Trump was smart, he would be knocking this wall out so goddamn fast it's humanly possible. On the case that this court stops the proceeding anymore, I would be getting as many people I can to work on that wall. Obviously doing it safe. We're not saying don't do that, but yeah, just like employing more people to go through and yeah, get that wall done as quickly as possible. So the government has made significant showing at this stage that the plaintiffs have no cause for action to obtain review. So that's what the court said. Supreme Court let Trump build the wall, lifts injunctions. So obviously Trump is very happy about this. And 25 miles of fresh wall completed, but no new sanctions yet. So this is obviously talking about the whole Mexico will pay for it. While constructing about 52 miles of the border wall to replace the existing barriers, the United States Border Department of Homeland Security, DHS, confirmed to Breitbart News they have not yet extended the current border fencing, but promised a project is coming. So, anybody that turns around and says, no, the wall's not being done, it's been started. They've built 52 miles of it already. So, yeah, quite an achievement. So, yeah. Look, obviously, guys, I think this is good news. I think this is good news for Trump. I think this is good news for everybody that wants the wall. This is obviously a good thing for immigration. Because at the end of the day, you obviously, well, you don't want illegals coming into your country. If you want to come to a country and do it legally. That would be my way of saying things. But look, at the end of the day, obviously this is going to trigger the left. I imagine there's going to be a lot of salty people on the left right now. And at the end of the day, yeah, they just have to... Like I say, look, obviously this whole court case has not finished. They are still proceeding with it. So that's why I say I would go through and build this wall as quickly as possible. Just in case that they try and hold it up in court yet again for 2020 elections, which is what they want. Let's face it, the left doesn't care about illegal immigrants. They care about votes. And 80% of people flooding into the country from illegal countries, or like illegal borders crossings, they are voting for Democrats. 80%. So if you let in 100,000 people, that is 80,000 people that are going to be voting for the Democrats. 20,000 that are voting for Republicans, roughly. So that's a big, big swing, and that can do a big thing when it comes to these swing states. These swing states that are already really, really close, that are no longer red or blue, that are more like purple. You get 80,000 people, for example, flooding into there. That can swing that state. Which is why they also don't want to do things like, for example, voter ID. Because, oh my God, we can't rig the elections. And that's what it's all about. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this wall? Are you happy that it's going through? Do you think they're going to win when it comes to the court case? Do you think Trump's going to win? It's sounding like Trump might have a solid case here. It's why the court has overturned the previous decision. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Remember, there will be 3 videos today. I'll be putting up another 2 after this one. So don't forget to check those out in case you don't get notified. Apart from that, guys, I will see you guys in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.